so glad you could join me. Today, I am fulfilling a request to look at some classic cars. This book is Muscle Car Chronicle. And on the front, we have a GTO with a license plate that says Grr, shiny red. With chrome trim. On the back, we have some more pictures of older cars. Very classic red convertible, white, blue, yellow, black, and red. Muscle Car Chronicle details the history of America's most thrilling performance cars, from the 49 Oldsmobile 88 to the 69 Dodge Charger to the 2000 Ford Mustang Cobra R and beyond. These bold machines are captured at their very best, with hundreds of color photos and an easy-to-read picture and caption format. Muscle Car Chronicle brings the legends to life in a style that's as exciting as the cars themselves. It's the ride of a lifetime. Let's look inside. This was printed in 2003 by Publications International Limited. On the contents page, we have emblems going through the years from 1949 to 2001. We'll start with the 1949 to 59. Centered here so you can see it. Post-war era begins with hot rodders racing 1930s roadsters with hopped-up V8s. Organized drag racing emerges in late 1940s. National Hot Rod Association formed in 1951. NASCAR created at Daytona Beach in 1947. For 49 Oldsmobile Stuffs, 135 bhp overhead valve, V8 into lightweight body, creating first post-war muscle machine. Step down, Hudson Hornet tears up the stock car tracks in the early 50s. Chrysler launches 180 bhp Hemi V8 for 51. Lincoln gets OHV V8 for 52. Wins Carrera Pan Americana race. Ford and Mercury get OHV VH for 54, replacing famed Flathead. First NHRA National Championships held in 1955. 55 Chevrolet with 265 CID V8 sets standard for burgeoning horsepower race. Chrysler introduces 300 Coupe for 55 with 300 bhp Hemi. Hits 1 horsepower per cubic inch a year later. Fuel injection goes into Chevy for 57. 283 horses from 283 CID. Daytona International Speedway opens in 1958. 100,000 fans attend 59 NHRA Championship at Detroit quickest stock car's ET is just under 15 seconds. Dragsters hit 9.12. So here we have a Cadillac advertisement. The world's newest engine for the world's finest car. The breakthrough overhead valve V8s in the 49 Cadillac and Oldsmobile were light, durable, and powerful. This is a 49 Cadillac, which Tom McHale of Mechanics Illustrated marveled and said, it outperforms just about every car. So we have that rather bulky bubble look, teal body, white top, some white trim along the bottom and the fender. We have white wall tires and chrome trim. Next we have a Oldsmobile Rocket, dark blue, sitting in a field, chrome trim, and a distinctive straight hood ornament, white wall tires with a bit of red in the center. We have a new one-piece windshield went on Cadillacs for $19.50. Wow. We're used to one-piece windshields nowadays. So this looks to be a cloth top, navy, white bodied, chrome trim, white wall tires. Here's an interesting looking thing. Looks rather like a boat, doesn't it? When sportsman Briggs S. Cunningham drove his highly modified Cadillac powered special at the Le Mans 24-hour endurance race in 1950, the French had an apt nickname for it, Les Monstres. A Cunningham-backed caddy that looked for closer to stock took drivers Sam and Miles Collier to 10th place overall at an average 81.5 miles per hour, with this bizarre creation finishing right behind. So we have this car that looks rather like it shouldn't have wheels under it. Looks like a boat to me. White on the outer sides with a blue triangular paint job on the hood. It looks like there should be maybe a motor back here for the boat, but it's a car that went quite fast. We have an advertisement here. Make a date with a Rocket 8. This red Oldsmobile with a gentleman and his date. Oldsmobile touted the 50 Rockets 88. The 50 Rocket 88's smooth ride as much as its high compression power and optional whirl-away high-dramatic drive. Here we have a Robin's Egg Oldsmobile 88 Deluxe Cab Sedan. It weighed 3,486 pounds, and its fastback body looked super with options. A cadet sun visor added $27 to the cost. And here's a burgundy or maroon version of the Olds 88. This says the prettiest Olds 88 for $50 was the Holiday hardtop. At 3,510 pounds, it wasn't much heavier than a club coupe. Oh. So it has a cream colored top here. Shiny green paint covered fenders again, closed wheels, chrome bumper, and headlights and some trim, and then the Chrysler emblem on the front. We have a Chrysler new V8, not only had overhead valves, but hemispherical combustion chambers. The 331 CID Hemi had 180 bhp at 4,000 RPM compression. It says it helped Chrysler's luck in NASCAR. Here we have, for 1952, 4 Saratoga models carried the Hemi and fluid torque drive. A Saratoga could do 0 to 60 miles per hour in 10 seconds. So here you have one that looks like a wagon, and then another. Then you have a coupe. A couple of coupes, a blue and a yellow, the maroon and the very light green. Here's a Hudson Hornet for 1951, white in front of a more modern looking brick home. Chrome trim, white wall tires. Here we have another Hudson that's kind of a cadet blue color. Very sleek, smooth back coming down. Chrome trim along the side and around the windows. Bumper. Again, that back closed wheel. The 52 Lincoln Capri. And this one is black, a 2-seater maybe, and the white wall tires. Here's a 52 Oldsmobile Super 88. Start seeing that flare. A white top. 4-door. And you can start to see this back wheel cover coming up a little bit. Here's a very large Cadillac. Look how long that is. A blue, white walls. You're starting to see some of these taillights come up a little bit higher. Convertible with its top down. Here we have a Dodge Coronet convertible that went for $2,494 in 1950. Wheelbase. This is a 2-door convertible that's top down. Kind of a baby blue color. The chrome trim bumper. White walls on the tires. Here's a 53 Hornet Club Coupe. And it's got the smooth back, taillights lower, dark top, but cream colored sides and up next to the window. This is another Oldsmobile, light blue, 2-door. Here's a 54 New Yorker Hemi, 235 bhp. Anything less is yesterday's car, the ads said. So this is a Chrysler in cream or off-white, or maybe a very light green. It's hard to tell. Some white wall tires, and here again you're seeing the back wheel open up a bit. Not a total cover anymore. This one is a 54 Ford Police V8. A Ford-O-Matic cost $184. It's another two-door. Here's a 54 Hudson Hornet. Hollywood hardtop. So convertible. Red top, and then a little bit of red down here on the back end. Over that back wheel, back fender. Cream colored body. Here's a Hornet ragtop. The hot one. This is a Chevy V8 Bel Air Sport Coupe, which cost $2,166 and weighed 3,165 pounds, less than a Ford or Plymouth hardtop. It had overdrive that could do 0 to 60 in 9.7 seconds. White back and with chrome below. White top and then red for the rest. Some white wall with the red lining the inside. Those shiny hubcaps. Here we have a 55 Bel Air convertible that went for a modest $2,305 at the time. Apparently, Chevy advertised a special order power kit to boost output. Again, a convertible. This is that light seafoam green color. The large hood ornament. A license plate on the front that says Ragdoll. Here we have a Chrysler 300. Luxury and performance combined in the 300 bhp leather-lined Chrysler C300 of 1955. Just 1,725 were built and were priced at $4,110. Apparently they did quite well, as they were titled America's most powerful stock car during racing. And here's one on a dirt track. Hey Good Brothers, Mercury, Outboards, Orlando. Can't read that. 300. Here we have another C300 in red. Red top, red body, with some chrome trim down the side. More open wheel in the back. This is the other angle of it, where that makes the trunk look quite large compared to the previous picture. Here we have the Fairlane of the says it took some styling cues from the just introduced Thunderbird. This vehicle went for $2,324, so it was a bit more economical to buy. So we have kind of a bicolor here with the white top and the black bottom, and then the red interior. And then we have a Pontiac Star Chief convertible from 1955. Over here, we have a 56 Bel Air Sport Coupe that went for $2,275 with 162 bhp. Copper colored hood and lower part of the car, cream colored back and top, white walls on the tires. A 1956 DeSoto's Adventurer. Only 996 were built, so you have the kind of fin tail in the back, white with a little bit of, can't tell if that's just tan or brown. The top is also that color as well. Sitting in front of a yellow field. Here we have a Chrysler 300B sitting in front of a brick wall. All white. Looking crisp and clean. A little bit of chrome on that tail fin. Higher red tail lights. White wall tires to match. Here we have a Dodge 1956 D500. And this is kind of a yellowish color with a little bit of black and then some white top. Ford's new 56 Y8. So this is a two-door black with silver trim down the sides, a black top, white wall tires. We have a 1956 Mercury Montclair with a Mercomatic. Have the white on the top half and blue on the bottom half. A blue top and a little bit the top of the door. Chrome bumper. I'm assuming when I say chrome, most of these were probably real steel back then. Here we have a Packard 1956 Caribbean. It's the rounded headlights. Looks like it's a convertible. And the top is white, and the top part of the car is white. Then you have a strip of teal, and then a strip of black at the bottom. We have a 1956 Pontiac Star Chief convertible. White in the front, red in the back. It's either red or orange at the bottom. Here's a 1956 Fury by Plymouth, sitting in front of a brick building in a parking lot. And it's mostly white, the white top, and this large hood ornament. Kind of have this looks like it's hooded. And then we have gold trim down the center, the back, white along the bottom. Here we have a 1956 Studebaker Golden Hawk. It's just a two-door, cream colored. We have a 1957 Chevy, larger car, black, with all chrome trim and details. Different type of hooded headlight. Bullet looking lights on the front here. Here we have NASCAR performance trials. We have a Chevy Fuelie, a 3-speed manual. Here we have a DeSoto Adventurer. The tail fins, the back, kind of getting more prominent now. Little bit of gold along the bottom. White side and base. It looks like maybe this top is either silver or gold. Here we have a 1957 Fairlane Ford, and the bottom is black and a black top, and then a light yellow or cream upper. Little bit of a tail fin on this. Still has white wall tires, chrome bumper. We have another Oldsmobile here. It's all black. It's a two-door, but you definitely have room for passengers in this one. Here we have a 1957 Plymouth Fury with really large tail fins back here. White on the top and the upper half. Then you have this yellow kind of streak down the middle. White bottom. Here we have a red Pontiac Bonneville from 1957. It cost $5,782 and only 630 were built with a fuel-injected V8. So this is red along the body, a white convertible top, some white trim down the center along with some chrome, red below, and a little bit of gray on this back fender. Here we have a Rambler, a 1957 Rambler Rebel, and it's gray top and bottom, and I think this is gold trim. I guess this could be silver or gray. And here you have two sets of lights. It kind of looks like this should be on the back end and then this on the front end. Then we have a white Studebaker 57 Golden Hawk, which you saw one this on a previous page. Little bit of a tail fin, round headlights, air intakes. Here is a 1958 Chevy Impala, and this is more of a white hardtop and kind of a tan colored or almond colored car with some silver chrome accents. Here we have a Chrysler 300D. The long back end, white, little bit of chrome trim, but not a lot. Then we have a Ford FE series with a brown upper, and it has those fins on the back. The top looks lighter colored, and then an almond or cream colored base. Little bit of chrome down the sides. Double headlights here. Then we have an Oldsmobile Super 88. Oh my goodness. I think the trunk on this is about as long as the front half of the car. Chrome bumper. Some chrome lining on the fin. Red top. Some chrome down the sides. Here we have a Bonneville convertible. Red. With some white down the sides. It almost looks like a dart. The back would be where the feathers are, and then this part up here would be the dart. White wall with the red inner bat wing fins and a nostril grill drew the eye to the 1959 Chevy Impala, but buyers also savored an even dozen engine options. So this one is very light blue, white top, a little bit of white and chrome trim along the side. I'm assuming these are the nostrils that they're talking about, and they do kind of look like nostrils at the top of the hood, just above the grille. Late 1950s automotive styling themes reached a crescendo with the 1959 Custom Royal Lancer. D500 power gave the Dodge some bite. So again, you have those large tail fins, light yellow in color, kind of the hooded headlights again. They almost look like eyebrows over the top. Chrysler built just 140 of its 5,749 300E racktops for 1959. This is a convertible with the top down. Weird green, pea green color. At least in this picture. I guess it could have been kind of gold. Red grill area, and then some lights here. Here's a Pontiac 1959. Different Bonneville. And this is the Sport Coupe version. Just for two people, looks like. And it's white. Those large fins on the back again. More open wheeled in the back. The headlights in the front of this kind of remind me of a reptile. I don't know why. Well, we made it out of the 50s. Here we are in 1960. Compact Chevrolet Corvair and Ford Falcon debut. Ram induction launched on Chrysler 300F, yielding 375 or 400 bhp. Dodge and Plymouth get Ram induction for their big V8s. Lee A. Iacocca appointed Federal Division's General Manager. Appointed Ford Division's General Manager. Helps rekindle interest in performance. Smooth Ford Starliner appears, eager for NASCAR superspeedways. Ford announces triple two-barrel setup as dealer-installed option. Hearst Campbell markets dual pattern floor shift conversion. Drag-oriented Pontiac with tri-power belts out 348 bhp. Pontiac develops racing chassis, offers Borg Warner 4-speed. Jim Wingers drags Pontiac to Superstock, and Stock Eliminator wins at NHRA Nationals. They have a list of 1960 Chevrolet high-performance engines. This is the ultimate in big Chevy style and speed for 1960 was an Impala Sport Coupe with the special Super Turbo Thrust 348. Here you have it. It's white, with a little bit of silver or gray down the side. Then another one of those darts here. Chrome. I don't think this one is a convertible, but I'm not sure. White, some chrome bumper. White walls. The tires. So here we have a Chrysler 300F from 1960. Long. Still has those tail fins though. Not white. Slipping into the 4-place 300F was a Snap with automatic swiveling front seats pointing the way. A full-length console was standard, along with a tachometer and an electroluminescent instrument panel. This looks like white leather seats. There you have another Chrysler 300F. It says it has extraordinary bucket seats. Bucket seats are the ones that go way down. This is all in white. And here you have the tail lights. They're kind of in a V formation on the tail fins. Then you have this round bit on the back for the tire, I guess. Spare, maybe, underneath. Oh my goodness, it wouldn't be the 1960s without a giant station wagon. This is a Dodge Polara Suburban wagon with seating for 9. It has a white top. You have some big luggage racks up here for those family trips. A little bit of fin action back there. Kind of a light tan color or almond. Double headlights up here. Chrome grille and bumper. Luxury extras include swivel seat, rear air, and power locks. Oh, here we have a Dart Phoenix. And it's got the tails as well, the fin. this many extras, pretty plain side panels, same top color. Now we have a Ford Galaxy Starliner in red. Little bit of the tail fin there, but it's more flat rather than upwards. Starting to get that wider front end look to it. This large grille with the headlights inside the grille. The interior is all in red. Steering wheel, the chrome accessories, red seats. It's like they're cloth. It averaged 142 miles per hour at Daytona for 40 laps. Carol Miller drove one to a record 157.902 miles per hour on the Bonneville Flats. So apparently it had some power to it. A little bit of chrome on this back panel. Just a little bit of tail fin coming out. Edges here. Here we have an official Oldsmobile pace car from May 30th, 1960, the Indianapolis 500-mile race. It's a white car, quite large, convertible, with the top down. Had room for people in the front and the back, and a very large trunk area. It was called a 98 convertible. Here we have a Plymouth. This is the Belvedere hardtop. Still has a little bit of that fin action going on in the back. Here we have the Sport Fury by Plymouth. Again, looks very similar to this one up here, that Plymouth, in red. Then you have this swoop in the front that's white. The tail, or the headlights here again, basically in the grille. Chrome bumper. Here we have an advertisement for a fresh point of view from Pontiac, 1960. The only car with wide track wheels. The Pontiac temporarily dumped its split grille for a full width design that helped to emphasize the wide track theme. It's quite a large car. Again, all in red. The seats look like red with a little bit of maybe maroon accenting on the seats. And look at these. You have kind of the taillights on the fins here. Then you have these white lights on the back going sideways. '61. Here we have a Chevy Sport Coupe Impala. It looks like this trunk isn't quite as large and you don't have those high fins anymore. You do have a little bit of decorative trim coming along the back in a V, and then going down the sides, with a little bit of white in there. The rest is red, but on the back you have these little bullet tail lights, reverse lights. Here we have a Chrysler 300G. I think these cars are starting to get a little bit smaller. Black. And on the front you have this smaller grille. It doesn't take up the whole front anymore. Have these headlights kind of at a slant from each other. A red, white, and blue emblem in the middle of the grille. The side view of this 300. Also this larger emblem. 300G, the red, white, and blue. That was on the front, is also on the side. Here we have an advertisement for the 300G, and this one is in red by Chrysler. Here we have a Dodge Dart. The fins seem to be getting just a little bit smaller now. The cars. This one is a vermilion red Dodge Polara convertible. Still rather large sized. Red. Chrome down the side a little bit. This one actually still has the full grille on the front with the headlights inside of the grille. This is a 1961 Ford Thunderbird. The round headlights, still the full grille across the front, little bit of fin on the back. The interior is red and white instead of just the total red. Then they give some advertisement photos of a Ford Fairlane. This one is a Sunliner convertible. Here we have legendary stock car racer Fred Lorenzen. Piloted Holman Moody Fords to 3 Grand National wins in 1961, driving both the Ragtop and the Starliner. He's driving a convertible with just the roll bar frame on top. And here we have a Plymouth Fury. Still a little bit of the fin tail on it with this. The front looks kind of like it's wrapped, like the fin is wrapped around the front too a bit. Smaller grille in the middle, 2 round headlights each side. Let's see, ponchos or racetrack regulars in 1962. Above 261s storm out of the hole at the NHRA Winter Nationals. Here we have a Pontiac Catalina. This one you have a split grille. 2 small headlights on either side. In black and chrome trim. We have a Catalina. This is a sport coupe by Pontiac. This one looks to be that kind of brick red color. Not a cherry red, but more of an orange base to it. The top is also the same color. Chrome bumper and trim. Little bit of white down the side. And now the back wheel is almost as open as the front, the fender. They have bucket bucket seats inside, maroon and red. The interior is still pretty much red around the sides and front. Alright, I think we'll stop there for today. And then if we take a look at this again, we'll pick up with 1962. So I hope you enjoyed taking a relaxing look at some early muscle cars, the 40s and 50s and starting into the 60s. As always, I hope that you're taking care of yourself and sleep